say? Come on. Hey, ooh, what you say? Come on. Hey,
Just shout out to 77 Vices. What's going on with you, man?
Hey, ooh, what you say? Come on. 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 Hey, ooh, what you say? Come on.
Showing me a different side. Even as if the flame has died. You're getting used to me, babe. You just wait and see, lady. 'Cause I've been in love before. Love you a whole lot more. You want me to be real good to you, babe. When I'm here making love to you, listen real close to me, babe. I wanna get it straight right now, oh lady. 'Cause I love you more and more and more and more, Lady Blue. Sad lady, blue lady, sing me a love song. I just want you to know that I love you more. Want it to be real good too. When I'm here making love to you, listen real close to me, babe. You just wait and see, oh lady. 'Cause I got a lot of love to give. I got a whole lot to spend. Just let me sing this sweet, sweet love songs, Lady Blue. Oh, sing this sweet love songs. Sing this sweet love songs. Sweet, sweet love songs, Lady Blue.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Eddie Words. Top of the morning. Disco funk. You know what I'm talking about? Man. Good morning, everybody. You are now featuring Delicz and the Solid Gold Dancers, featuring Marilyn McCool. Tonight on Solid Gold, we got the Fifth Dimension, Isaac Hayes, Barry White, and our guest comedian, Robin Gibbons. Here's Johnny. Tonight's show is sponsored to you by Afro Sheen Products. Feel your sheen for Afro Sheen. That George Benson be sounding good in the morning. I don't know what it is about George Benson in the morning, but that shit works. It works. Soul glow, feel so, oh, silky, silky, smooth.
What say, come on? Hey, ooh, what say, come on? Hey, ooh, what say, come on? What you say? Hey, ooh, what say, come on? 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 Hey, ooh, what say, come on?
run that shit back right there. The fuck you talking about? Listen to her. I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna go buy that shit. Bap, what's going on with you? Murph, what's going on, man? What's up, bro? I seen you on the jet ski. Aqua Boogins. Yeah, man. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go buy the album, Ed. I'm gonna go buy it, Eddie. Get in the bag. That's what you gotta do, bro. Man, I gotta go. I gotta get a jump. My battery dead. I gotta get a jump so I go buy a battery and shit. So I can't even move right now. I'm stuck right now. Know nothing about this. They don't know nothing about this night of the Thumpasaurus people. They don't know nothing about this, Murph. Come on. Short sample from Shorty the Pimp album. They don't know nothing about it. I'm gonna check that out too. Get with it. This is that early morning funk, man. me tell you something. This Mothership Connection is the greatest album ever recorded. No, seriously. This is the greatest album. Track for track. This is a well put together album. I don't think there's ever been an album recorded this perfect. Maybe Dr. Dre's The Chronic. You probably only could compare The Chronic to this shit. You can't make this shit up. We're talking top-notch music right here. Music ahead of its time. This album is at least 30 years ahead of its time. At least. Can't make this shit up. They recorded this shit in 75, 74. It dropped in 75. A fucking classic. Not even great. Classic. What's going on, Mr. Tony? Man, we playing classics this morning. Like I said, my battery dead, man. I gotta get my shit jumped. Try to go to the parts store. I'm being too lazy. Oh well. Songs of the Kid Life. You could throw it up there. You could throw that up there too, but it ain't like this motherfucking Mothership Connection. We talking blow for blow. Song for song. Stevie's work was good because it was a 2-album set. No, it was a 3-album set. A lot of people don't know that album came with a 45 record. It came with 2 albums, a book, and a 45. No, and I take that back. It came with 4 albums. It came with a 45 and a 7-inch for all the collectors out there. It's a good album. Like this shit right here, Night of the Thumposaurus people. When he got to the chanting, that's the heavy shit right there. When they got to that chanting part, man. Ohio players. Shout out to brother Jay.
They don't stand for no childish, no
Man, did anybody watch the verses? The Jadakiss and Dipset. A great moment in hip hop. That was real hip hop right there. That was rap at its finest. I just wanted to share that. I was thinking about that. I've watched that shit like 2 or 3 times because that was some real rap shit right there. That was some real rap shit. That was some real rap shit. The energy and everything was for all the clowns, all the weak shit. Jadakiss, I don't know if he's the greatest of all time. I'm not gonna give him that, but he handled his business. He handled his business. It was a massacre. Let me tell you something about that shit. What the Dipset demonstrated. They demonstrated that hits don't mean shit. It's about classics. Classics over hits. Facts. Facts. We all love Cam. We like Dipset. They came with some classics. I mean, they came with some hits. They came with hits. Hits. Motherfucking Locks and D-Block, they came with a bunch of classics. Classics. Album fillers. That's what I respected about that shit. They didn't play they played maybe 5 or 6 hits. 8, 9 hits. Maybe. A lot of that shit was mixtape shit. That's why I fucked with it. A lot of that shit was mixtape shit. And that's some bold shit. To put your mixtape shit on a verses. And these dudes was coming with album shit. Y'all think about that shit. I tilt my hat to the D-Block. That shit was cool as hell. And I'm a Cam fan. But they took a huge L. But it was good for the culture. It was good for old motherfuckers like me. We needed that shit. Old motherfuckers needed that shit right there. We needed that shit bad. That shit was like a fix of good dope. You can't make this shit up. 40 and over, you was in that motherfucker watching that shit. And that was his rap music at its highest power. That was the rap shit I come from. So I understood it. I understood the ambush, everything that the Locks and Jadakiss was coming from. The songs they picked, how they played it, when you cue your songs, people don't understand that. It's what I always tell you guys. It's not what you play, it's when you play it and how you throw it in there. And a lot of that shit was how they threw it in there. The timing. They had all that shit. It was very strategic. Shout out to Essence. Jules Santana Jules Santana made the whole culture look weak. Hey, fuck Jules Santana. He looked like a fucking clown. He looked like a fucking clown up there wearing all that bullshit, holding on. Looked like he's still holding on to the past. For real. Like a fucking clown. And see, here's the thing. Jules Montana didn't represent my generation. He represented the generation right under me. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I fucked with that shit, but no. That was real hip hop. Real rap shit. Real rap shit right there. I don't know what these motherfuckers doing right now, but that was some real rap shit. All that shit, dressing like he 18. All that shit, what's his name said? Jadakiss said. He said, we in the Mecca, New York. And these motherfuckers, these niggas lip singing they shit. Absolutely. 100 with that. No, man. I knew what he was talking about, man. This is some real rap shit going on. That shit right there on Versus, and you quote me on this. That shit right there was just as big as the Cold Crush brothers in the Mac Fantastic Four battle in '77. That's how big this battle was. That was a real battle right there. That wasn't motherfuckers paying homage. They was really going for it. And Cameron learned some life lessons. And the game learned life lessons. Motherfuckers, they wasn't ready because they came in with the jewelry, the all the glamour, and they thought that shit was gonna overshadow. Facts. Jadakiss was in line when he said they cheating y'all. They cheating y'all. That was the best Verses. Now that was the best shit to happen. Fuck Verses. That was the best shit to happen to hip hop in the last 20 years. Facts. That was a real rap moment right there. Like I said, that shit is gonna go in the books on some real Fantastic Four type shit. Some real old school, man, that shit going in the books. Shit going in the books. No doubt about that. That was a real rap moment. Yeah, the game is open again. And what I liked about that shit, old niggas is back. The old shit is back. Absolutely. Real rap music is about to come back. That was a statement. Right there. That was a statement to the game. And cats on the West Coast, we heard that shit. Cats down south heard that shit. Anybody that was really in the music game once upon a time. That was the horns. That was the horns. You know what I'm saying? No, quality music is about to come back. Again, I fuck with Dipset because they didn't walk away on no hoe shit. They took that L like a man. They took it like a man. Yeah, bars is back. You can't come with that bullshit no more. So I think I will be making beats again. I think I will be. Just as a luxury though. Because the fact I know there's gonna be some good rap shit is coming back. Quality music. People still want to hear good music. That's facts. Jules Santana like a fucking clown. Like a fucking clown. Straight up. A fucking clown. Only nigga that was only on some fly shit was motherfucking Cam. Cam was on some fly shit. But he couldn't hold it together by himself. You got Jadakiss, Chic, and Styles P. Ain't no way Cam could have knocked all them motherfuckers out by himself. No, you got 3 lyricists against 1. The disrespect. When Jadakiss took the bandana and threw it. That was real hip-hop shit. That was some real shit. Only a little kid would take it as a gangster moment, like Jules Santana. He took it as a gangster moment. Nah, Jadakiss took that shit off like on some grown man shit. Like, nigga, what? Man. And then Styles came back with the freestyle talking about, I was here before the game banging. I've been here. Trying to tell you, rap music, I don't know what these young motherfuckers gonna do. They gonna have to learn how to rap. They gonna have to. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna give Jadakiss all the fame. He you know, he was the forefront of it. You feel me? That was like I said, that hip hop won that night. I can't give it to him. That was the energy. Hip hop was built off of battling, off of dissing, off of going at each other. That's what I'm talking about. That's hip hop. That's rap shit. That's real rap shit. For real. Taking your L's, just taking real L's, taking real rap L's. And I promise you, Dipset learned a valuable fucking lesson. They learned the lesson. And guess what? Anybody from this moment on, any verses that happen from this moment on, as far as some rap shit, they're going to have to come with it. They're going to have to come with it. Shout out to Michael B. They're going to have to come with it. One thing Jadakiss did, he showed everybody the difference with rap shit. And, you know, yeah. And the fact that we can't do that lip sync shit. You got to come with it. I felt him when he said, we in the motherfucking Mecca. We in the Mecca. We in New York. He said Harlem World versus Yonkers. And these niggas out here lip singing. I couldn't do shit but applaud. I couldn't do shit but applaud. Oh. That shit was a murder. But anybody, yeah, New York was on point with it. They came with it. Real rap shit. Real rap shit. And that was a testimony of real music standing the test of time. Facts. Like I said, shout out to the Locks for all they hits, you know, but fuck that. Y'all pay attention. A lot of that shit was mixtape songs. Mixtapes. That's why I respect those dudes. They didn't play none of their album cuts until the end. They first song, Fuck You, that was a mixtape song. Yeah, fuck Dipset. Nah, I didn't fuck with them like that anyways. I fuck with Cameron. I fuck with Killer. All that other shit that even back then, I wasn't out here bowling. I wasn't doing that. I hopped that wave. I hopped all those little Dipset songs. I don't know. I didn't fuck with that. But I was on that old boy. I was on that, hey ma, what's up? La la, we gonna get it on tonight. That was my shit. All that Cam shit was hot. Real player shit. Jules and shit. The fuck out of here with that. Jules made the whole group look crazy. Jules made Tanner by himself. Hey, between Jules Santana and Freaky Zeke, I don't know what the fuck they was doing on the stage. And I'm still trying to find out what the fuck was Freaky Zeke's position in Dipset. Is there any songs with this motherfucker rapping on it? Is there any songs with Freaky Zeke rapping? For real, motherfuckers really need to check that shit out. I don't even think he rap. Fuck Freaky Zeke. Facts. Like a fucking clown. A clown. Looking like a fucking clown on that stage. Hype, man. Again, the Locks came out there on some grown man shit. On some grown man shit. And did they rap Dizzle? Nah. That shit, hey. That shit didn't look like no young niggas reminiscing. They didn't know. They know that's what I'm talking about. They knew exactly what it was. They knew what it was. We some old niggas out here. We some old niggas out here that still got heat. That's the message I got. That's the message I got. And trust me, that was the horns for all the old niggas. That was the horn right there. We needed that. I appreciate that shit. When he said, we got something for the ladies. I was like, yes. Thank God somebody's saying that shit. Shout out to Sheik. When he said, we got something for the bitches. We got something for the bitches. I said, yes. Hip hop. Hip hop. Nah. That's what I'm talking about. There was no water. The napalm sack. Yeah. He said, I got a whole nother clip. Nah. That's exactly what it was. Old niggas appreciated that shit. On some real rap shit. We seen the whole ride. We come from the Beach Street era and all that. You appreciated that verse is right there. Facts. And guess what? I could put my life on it. That's going to be the blueprint of future verses as far as rap. You're going to see other people try to follow that blueprint right there. Facts. You're going to see copycat. You're going to see copycat verses because of that one right there. Anybody that come on verses, they're going to have to completely... No, neither you're going to have to run that shit right there. No, pretty much like this, you can't go on verses and be cool anymore. You know how all the other ones, they've been cool and shaking hands and this and that? You cannot do that shit anymore with the rap shit. The rap shit, you got to go into attack mode now. Any versus rap has to be attack mode. Maybe the R&B and the old Key Sweat motherfuckers. No, but that rap shit, because that's part of the fucking culture. That's part of it. Yeah, the bar's been raised up. Yeah. It's part of the culture. And that's what people don't get. They don't get it. Rap was built on what we watch. What we seen on that shit was on his back. The rap gods was looking at Jadakiss that night. beyond Jadakiss, the whole situation. The way people took L's on there. The way that was hip hop. That shit reminded me of some 70s shit. The Dipset reactions and shit. Their reactions to shit, like, all that was classic. It was, the L's was just as good as their wins. I had to go back and watch it. I had to watch it for the Dipset. I had to pay attention and watch the whole Dipset. And then I had to go back and watch the Locks. And then I had to watch it again as a whole. I'm trying to tell you, man, that shit is a fucking classic. What's good? What's up, bro? What's going on, Tony? Man, only reason why I'm here because my fucking battery dead, man. And I'm being lazy right now. So I'm like, fuck it. But good morning to everybody. I'll go skate in a minute. What time is it? It's 9:14. Fuck. Yeah, man. Real hip-hop. Real rap shit. Much love, bro. Real rap shit. I come from that shit. Like, that's just what it is. Like, so he was, yeah. Young motherfuckers was taking notes. And you know what? Young motherfuckers forgot. And they were educated. Facts. They were educated on that shit. And they're going to be looking at old motherfuckers and, bro, a little bit different. Absolutely. One thing I could give Jadakiss and the Locks Essence, they reminded us how important stage presence is. It's one thing to have bars, but motherfuckers forgot what it's like to get on the stage and rock it. That's hip-hop. Communicating with the crowd. That's what hip-hop was built off of. Crowd communication is one of the main elements of fucking hip-hop. Let me tell you something. The only thing that I would like to see as far as the verses, only thing I would like to see at this point, I would like to see Jay-Z and Nas. And guess what? I think that's going to happen. There's going to be a Jay-Z and Nas. There's going to be a Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. You can't make this shit up. This is hip-hop. Watch. What's today's date? The 7th. Y'all pay attention to what I'm saying. Jay got too many hits. Tony, you didn't hear what I'm saying. It's not about hits. It's about classics. Classics. Fuck a hit. Look what Dipset did. They try to play a bunch of hits. Madison Square Garden, they was rocking off them fucking classics. All them classics that the Locks ran. Classics. Them motherfuckers in Madison Square Garden, they knew the songs word for word. All the mixtape shit. They knew all the words to that shit. Nas could fuck with Jay-Z. Jay-Z couldn't afford to fuck with his legacy. Jay-Z can't afford that hit. He's a billion, Jay-Z won't ever do that. But that will be the holy grail one. That and the Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. That's the one. Lil Kim and Foxy Brown will be the one. Trying to tell you, I can see that happening. I just wanted to talk about that for a moment, man, because that was just a good time in rap music. That was this what we witnessed. That was just some real good rap shit. They should do a producer versus. They should do a producer versus, like a Kanye versus Just Blaze. I would like to see that. Cash Money, Rough Riders. I would like to see that. There's a few ones you could go with. But as far as rap shit, Dr. Dre versus Puff. Come on. That would be hard. That would be hard as fuck. Dre versus Puff. Even though Puff ain't really produced all that shit, that will still be a good one. We're talking big shit. I will even go to Vegas and bet on that. I will bet on that. If there was ever a Dre versus Puff, I will actually put some money on the books. Man, that would be a big one. But that was real hip hop though, and shout out to the Locks and Dipset. And Dipset, you got your ass whipped. And shout out to motherfucking Cameron for the adrenaline and the flavor and the chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Bringing out the beach chair, kicking Styles P. That was some real rap shit. Busta versus KRS-One, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. That is so off balance. That is not balance right there. Hell nah. I'm sorry, and I love you, but that is not it. Yeah, but KRS-One. That wouldn't work. KRS-One got classics, but he don't got enough classics. He don't have enough. Busta has a big catalog. He has a huge catalog. They should already did that. Didn't they already have a Big Daddy Kane one? Didn't they already do that? Only person that could, man. KRS, nah. His albums aren't that big. If you really want to be 100 about KRS-One, his career is based off the fact he was with BDP. Because he's a member of that, and he has a couple of classics within those years. If you go down, if you look down his track record and you look at his journey, you look at KRS's one journey, he don't have a lot of. He has good music. Here's the thing: you got good music, you got classics, and you got hits. And KRS-One, he more or less has like a lot of good music. He has a few classics. He's with Boogie Down Productions. That's where his stripes really come from. And he's an educated black man. But when it comes down as far as like blow for blow, he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. The verses was nice. Yeah, I know you West Coast. We know what it is, but I fuck with Jadakiss. And I fuck with Cam, Dame. I really didn't give a shit about the Dipset. The fuck out of here with that. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Man, they get the fuck out of here. I fuck with the Locks, though. I can't even lie. I can't. Shout out to the Locks. So shout out to D Block, too. I'm going to keep shouting that out because I actually slept on D Block. I'm gonna be honest. I slept. I wasn't playing D Block shit. I was banging it, but I really wasn't playing it back in those days. And when that Versus reminded me, was like, yo, I was like, damn, that was some D Block shit. I need to go back and listen to that shit. Like, I kind of slept. I slept on him. Lyrically, then that's something different, Essence. But Versus isn't built off of that, off of lyrics. It's built off of classics. It's not even built off of hits. No. And I take this back. Hold on. Let me take that back. Versus was built on one big celebration. One big celebration. That's what it was supposed to be. All the other ones, they were celebrating each other. You know what I'm saying? All the other ones. But this one changed the game. This one changed the game. It's not about celebrating no more. Very little. It turned into a competition now. Because you know why? Hip-hop is competition. That's what rap is. Facts. Originality. Production. Content. It's like Jadakiss said, I don't do this fucking Instagram shit. I don't do this motherfucking Twitter shit. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Busta Rhymes. He's alright. I respect Busta Rhymes. They should have did the verses just a little different. They should have did a Dog Pound versus Capone and Noriega. That would have been hard. That would have been hard as fuck. That would have been hard. A Mobb Deep versus Dog Pound, something like that. And peep out, they didn't play none of the hits. Jadakiss said, we got Grammys. Y'all know about grams. We got Grammys. They didn't play none of that shit till later. Way down the moon. Way down the road. It was damn near over. They pulled all that shit out. They had to pull out some shit. They had to pull out some shit with Mariah after Cameron motherfucking play Old Boy. Had all the broads going crazy. Had all the broads going crazy up in there. So they had to pull something out heavy. That's hip-hop. That's what I'm talking about. They need to keep that shit up right there. Keep doing that type of verses. Absolutely. Anything else ain't gonna work. That little E40 and 2 Short one was weak as fuck compared to this shit. Every verses that went down prior to this shit was weak. Weak. No, Jadakiss was right. We've been getting gypped on every other verses. Every other one. It's high stakes. High stakes. Ain't no more celebrating. That motherfucker said 80 words. He said, I got an extendo clip. He said, I got another one. Cameron told Sheik, he told Sheik Luch, he said, man, I want to hear you do something. You do something. That motherfucking Sheik came with it. Shut it down. Shut it down. They forgot Sheik had bars, man. Come on, man. Rap shit. Rap shit. The only motherfucker that didn't rap was punk ass fucking Freaky Zeke. That's the only one. Looking like a fool. Like a fucking fool. Yeah, that was hip hop. That wasn't no bullshit. That was just like I felt like watching Wild Style after that shit. Like that was the type of mood I was on. I seen Fat Joe on Instagram. He said he went to White Castle after that shit. I felt him. Even though there ain't no White Castle here, but I know where he was coming from. You was caught up in that moment. There was a lot of motherfuckers that was caught up in that real rap moment because of that shit. Did not want that shit to go away. Dude. Hey, distracting. They were up there trying to distract people with the jewelry and the dancing. That again, Essence was right. Jadakiss did anchor a lot of the shit. I can't give one man the credit, but he anchored a lot of that shit on there. A lot of it. A lot of that shit. Jim Jones got one little moment in there. One little moment. He got one blow. One. They said something about Billy Badass or some shit. Right before Certified Gangsters came on. Right? And Jim Jones said some shit. He said, you mentioning my homeboys or something. He said, let me tell you something. He said, whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop, some shit. Gotta go back and watch it. But what I fucked with it about, it was genuine. It was genuine. And Jadakiss felt it too. Because you can see Jadakiss, he was like, well, handle it then. And he just walked away from it because he know. There was one moment where they took some low blows in the locks. They called out they niggas in jail. He shouted out Max B and Billy Badass. And some shit. Yeah. Them Dipset niggas didn't like that shit. They had the whole stage up there. They had the whole Harlem World was up there. Know what they should have? It wasn't fair. Dipset in the locks, that was some bullshit. They should have did Cameron versus Mace. That's what they should have did. Come on, man. They should have did Cam versus Maze. That shit was some bullshit. It's like that, hey. It's like that motherfucker got in his ear. He got all in his... Go back and look at the footage. Hey, Jim Jones was all in his feelings right there. He was all in his feelings. Absolutely. You can't make that shit up. That motherfucker was in his feelings. Max B. Those dudes are clowns, man. Those dudes are clowns. Max B was responsible for all that Dipset shit. That's why the music changed when he went to jail. That's why they stopped coming with hits. Facts. That motherfucker was in his feelings. He said, check this out. When you say his name is motherfucking Billy Badass. Whoopty whoop whoop. Some shit like that. You get it right, because I'm a motherfucking certified gangster. And the music came on. That's the only blow he got. That's the only one he got. And Jadakiss was just like, we'll handle it then. That's the only moment he got. It's like he got in his ear. Hey, go back and look at it. It was a real moment. There was a lot of real hip-hop moments in there. Absolutely. A lot of real rap moments. Real rap moments. A lot of rap moments. Hey, Jules Santana might as well just stop rapping. Whatever careers he could have had going or whatever, he fucked up all endorsement deals by coming out there. He fuck up everything. Jim spoke directly to, he spoke directly to Jada in his ear. Yeah. And that's why, look. That's why when Jada walked away, Sheik had to say something to him. Go back and look at the footage. Go back and look at it. Because they kept the camera on Jada. And Jada walked away, and Sheik had to grab him. Yeah, he had to grab him. My thing about that though, on that East Coast shit, my thing about that with that East Coast shit, that blood and Crip shit, okay, it's whatever y'all do, man, but it just look funny to me. It look funny to the old man when they be over there talking that shit, because that's some West Coast shit, straight up. That's some LA shit. Real gangbang shit come from LA. And when they out there doing that shit, I'm just saying, it's part of the fucking culture. And when they out there doing it and shit, it don't look right. It don't look right. It don't sound right. They should have stuck to the Latin Kings and all that other shit and Zulu Nation and all that other shit. They need to stick to that shit. But they over there blooding and cripping and shit, and nah. That's facts. That's facts right there. That's facts. That's facts. That shit don't look right to me. Them Dipset dudes, they look like a bunch of man-childs. Remember I talk about man-child? They look like a bunch of man-childs. A bunch of dudes caught up in the past, holding on, waiting for that moment to come back. Facts. The Locks and shit, they didn't come out there like they were holding on. They came out there reminding us. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They came, the Locks and Jaden, they came out there and reminded us what it was and what it is. Dipset and them was looking like they was holding on. What's good, Party Cloudy? What's going on, brother? It's good to see you, fam. Dipset GJ was garbage. Was garbage. Garbage. Miss Scorpio, what's going on, Mamacita? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Blessings to you and your family. Seven Coats. That motherfucker was up there looking. Jules Santana was up there looking like a beanbag. He was looking like a straight beanbag. By the end of the show, he came out of all that shit. That motherfucker had so much shit on his motherfucking head, it didn't make no sense. He had about 5 different do-rags on. He had about 5 different do-rags on. No doubt, Miss Scorpio. He had about 5 different do-rags. Didn't make no fucking sense. It just didn't. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He don't look healthy. Don't look healthy. He don't look healthy. Facts. Didn't look healthy at all. That motherfucker, Jadakiss called Freaky Zeke. Who caught that? When he said Freaky Zeke was the fat dude from Drew Hill. Who caught that shit right there? He said he just getting a free check. He said Freaky Zeke was the fat dude from Drew Hill. Just getting a free check. Trying to tell you, there was a gang of hip-hop moments on there. You got to go back and watch that shit. You got to go back and watch that shit. Right. David, you could be thin. I'm thin and healthy. You know what I'm saying? Little jump rope push to stay in the game. I figured that out. You could be thin and healthy, man. That dude was looking real like he's not taking care of him. He ain't taking care of himself. You saw that shit? Y'all heard that shit? Yeah. I had to rewind that shit. Hey. He just wasn't looking right. He wasn't looking, man, this wasn't looking right. This wasn't looking right. Skinny fat. I don't even know what to call it, man, because I'm a tiny dude, right? But I'm on top of my game. I know what I'm talking about. At this point, I can honestly say that. There's a difference. There's a difference. Absolutely. That dude. Hey, you could be tiny and be unhealthy than a motherfucker. You could be the most unhealthiest motherfucker in the world. Be the tiniest dude in the world. And be completely unhealthy. Don't have no wind, no breath, no composure. You know what I'm talking about? Bones weak and shit. Still wearing the scarf on his head. Still wearing that shit. That's why I appreciate it when Jada grabbed that shit. It was like, man, take that shit off. Ah, man. Jules Santana's built like he just got out of jail. Facts, which he did. Facts. And then look what he did. And there's so much shit there's so much dialogue in that shit. No, that's why there's so much dialogue up in there. You just gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch the shit again. No workout program. There's just so many different moments. You got to really go back and watch it. But it's hip hop. But Jules, yeah. His teeth look like they got knocked out or something, huh? Teeth ain't looking right. What he said though, he told the Locks that the Locks don't like women. He said the Locks don't like women. This shit is like being up in prison. Think about that. Y'all gotta look deeper into that. Look deeper into that. There's a whole verses going on, and he's thinking about prison. There's a whole verses going on. You thinking about jail. Y'all gotta, man, think about it. That dude fucked up. Santana had on 78 hats. He had on so much shit. And that shit, Jim Jones was corny as fuck when he was about to sing Ballin', and he had the guy come bring his rope out. That was the corniest shit right there. But that's the part I don't like about New York motherfuckers. They be doing some corny ass shit sometimes. That's facts. No disrespect, but that shit was real corny. Corny. That shit corny as fuck. But that's the type of shit New York niggas be doing, though. New York niggas be doing corny shit like that. They have that type of history. It's what it is. No, they the flamboyant shit, the jewels and the pink cars and shit, and I mean they're trendsetters. Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens. I don't know about Queens. This New York City. They're those, they're trendsetters and shit, but they some very, very flamboyant. But I'm not too sure about Freaky Zeke and Jules Santana. I'm not too sure about those dudes right there. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Real, Just watch it again. I'm going to watch it again. Because I know I'm going to catch some other shit. I know I'm going to catch something. Cam. But that part about the stage, I get it. But the thing without that though, a million motherfuckers on the stage, that's hip hop. That's part of it. That's hip hop. Go back and look at all the old battles. Look at all the old battles. You didn't have a bunch of chicks on the stage with you and shit like that. And you had a bunch of niggas on the stage. That's part of hip hop. That's part of hip hop. That had to be there. That had to be there for everything else to work. That had to be there. Yeah, it had to be there. That had to be there. You had to have the. No, that was. I even didn't feel tension. I didn't feel like nothing was gonna go down. I didn't think not one time anything was gonna happen. No, but that energy, that real hip hop energy was there. It was in there that night. New York was in the house. No, hip hop, that was a perfect demonstration of real rap shit. That's why I say I would like to see the next verses. I would like to see the next one, how that's going to be handled. Absolutely. Mr. Peaky, I don't even think, are you from the United States? Are you from the United States? Have you even seen a real rap battle before? I'm just curious. Aren't you from another country? Y'all think I'm playing. I know what I'm talking about. Come on. Come on. Y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Really pay attention. Y'all need to go back and watch this shit right here. Right here. You can't make this shit up. You can't tell me shit about rap until you watch Wild Style. That's what I thought. And I was like, you from overseas. There's certain things that started in 74 and stuff. You could put gangbanging in there. You had gangbanging, you had punk rock music, you had hip hop, you had skateboarding. That all started at the same time. '74 was a very significant year in LA culture. It would get as far as all those elements I just said. Hip hop, gangbanging, skateboarding, punk rock music. All took off at the same time. Shout out to Mr. Golfer. Everything, the history is being built. Hip hop, skateboarding, and punk music, hand in hand. Hand in hand. And especially hip hop and punk music. People don't even understand how much punk music is the sister of hip hop. How they really fucked with each other. The old punk groups, they supported hip hop. Blondie and all those groups and shit like that, they fucked with the early rap shit. I get it. I get it. Oh man. I'm waiting for my neighbor to come outside so I give me a motherfucking jump. I get this motherfucking battery. I take my ass skating for a minute. The Stooges, MC5, but see, you're going further back. That's further back than 74. We're you know, if you're gonna bring up those names, if you're gonna bring up the MC5 and the Stooges, then you're gonna have to credit Funkadelic. You're gonna have to credit George Clinton right there. You know what I'm saying? They're brother and sister. Those dudes. And then you can also throw the first punk group, which was black, a group called Death that a lot of people don't know about. Punk was invented by a black group from Detroit. You can't make this shit up. It was a band called Death. 3 brothers from Detroit. They are the godfathers of punk music. Like, check this shit out. I'm really like, yeah, you seen the documentary? Nah, better give those guys they roses. I'm talking about hardcore punk. Hardcore. 3 dudes. 3 brothers from Detroit. They were around before anybody. Before anybody. They're the real goats. Yeah, man. I watched that documentary a few times. In their situation, it wasn't even about race. Why they didn't get their roses till recently. It wasn't even about that. It was really because they were ahead of their time and they gave up. They just gave up. Check this shit out. It's a fairy tale story, Tay. Check this shit out. They got a record deal. They recorded a whole album. They recorded a whole fucking album and shit. They documented and shit. They had all this footage and everything. And the deal didn't go through because the label didn't know what to do with a black punk rock group. So they shelved the album for many, many, many years. It was sitting in the attic. Listen to this great story. The lead singer died. The brother. 2 other brothers, they were still living. Before they died, they pressed up these singles. They pressed up these singles, man. It's crazy. They pressed up these singles in the 70s, these little 45s, and they were floating around. And remember, all these years go by and shit like that. They got grandbabies and shit. The story is, the legend is that their grandbabies was at a record store out here in California, something like that, and they bought a 45. They bought a 45, and they were playing the record, and they kept in their soul and their energy kept telling them like the shit sounded very familiar and shit like that. You feel me? Turns out he did some research. It was his fucking dad. Ain't that a bitch? Yo, they went upstairs in a fucking attic and found the master recording to that album that never came out. Black Family. You can't make this shit up. Black Family. Took that master and pressed that shit. True fairy tale. True, man, I love that documentary. I love that documentary. Nah. Check that shit out right there. It took the kids to find out, to discover the music. The kids. But the lead singer never got to see, the lead singer died. You know, he died. He never got to see the album, see the light of day. I'm going to go buy the album. I seen the album over here at the record shop. I'm going to try to find it. Yeah, I seen it. I've seen the album before. I just didn't buy it out of laziness. No, but it's a good project. And it's a good story. It's a good black story. I love hearing black gems, especially shit like that. And they had the receipts. They had the receipts. They had the pictures. You feel me? All in the documentary. They had the liner notes. They had the receipts for everything to validate their story. And those same 45s that they pressed up to try to get a deal with, that nobody wanted to play their music in like 78, 79. Those same 45s became $1,000 45s right now. Yeah, nobody wanted to fuck with them. They tried to become a Christian group. The only reason why they didn't make it because they fucking gave up. That's why, because they gave up. All right, and they released this. I mean, they did it first. They did it. Minor Threat. I'm talking about, you name it. Any punk group. There's a difference between rock and punk rock music. You know, they credit Chubby Checker and Ike Turner. Let's give it to Ike Turner. He's the one that really invented rock and roll. But they don't want to give him his roses. Ike Turner is very equivalent to this death situation. Now some free game. A lot of people don't know about that shit. Ike Turner, man, set it off first. What? Ike Turner took a L for real. He took a L and shit because he was holding his own. Y'all don't believe all that bullshit about Ike Turner. Y'all really dig into his story? This dude accomplished a lot. A lot. They were all taking his shit. I'm trying to tell you. That machine, that industry, that machine destroyed Ike Turner's legacy. But it didn't destroy the truth. What's going on, Mr. Dave? They pick, and they've been picking since back in the day. They pick who they pick in this industry. You had Ike Turner and you had Little Richard. Which one you think they gonna pick? Ike Turner was on some G shit. Little Little Richard was on some flamboyant shit. You think they gonna pick? You gotta dig deeper than this shit. Anybody here listening? Anybody here listening getting this free game? It's for free. No charge. And you, or am I just rambling? This rambling. This rambling. Hell nah. You could Google all this shit I'm telling you. You could Google it. Facts. You can Google it. This motherfucking industry, where it's at right now, the game is all built by design. It's been going on. This shit was built. And only the strong survive. I got any more blunts or that's it? Is that it? That's it. Okay. I don't got no more blunts. Well, I do. I do. I got one. Yeah. Be cool, man. I'm about to get out of here too. I need a jump in my motherfucking car, man. So I go get me a battery and service this motherfucking car. I want to do a little tune-up and all that shit. I ain't did nothing on it. I need to change the hose on it. Be cool, Mr. Peaky. Yeah, man. I'll skate later on the day at least. I was going to skate this morning, but as soon as I got outside, my shit was like, I was like, what? It's like, all right. Rick James, another one. And what I noticed, like, as time went on, if you was kind of woke, even though Rick James was crazy and he was like into some bullshit, this dude was very conscious. Very, very, very woke. I'm trying to tell you. They was on his head too. Here's some free game. One of the only reasons why black people even had music videos on MTV is because of Rick James. MTV didn't play black music at all. At all. At all. Not one motherfucking bit. And Rick James went up the bat for that shit. Michael Jackson, they didn't play Michael Jackson at first. They didn't play motherfucking Prince. How the fuck you think BET happened? How the fuck you think that shit went down? That shit was really black entertainment once upon a time. It was really black owned. With Donnie motherfucking Simpson. The only reason why MTV even got black music on there is because of Rick James. And then we could get even colder. VH1 They was so cold with it. They had a whole commercial, and they told you they don't play black music. They don't play hip hop. No rap. Somebody in this room remember that shit. Somebody in here remember those old VH1 commercials. No hip hop. No rap. VH1. Come on, man. They were very much... Hell no. They did not fuck with rap music or black music. Anything. Hey, you can't make this shit up. The first time MTV ever came on, I was right there. I was right there. The first first fucking time this shit came on. I ain't talking about a fucking repeat or like I caught a rerun. I was right motherfucking there in my motherfucking den when the music, the dun 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 and the motherfucking rocket was coming up. The first video, the very first video. I'm trying to remember the name, but I was there for the very first video on MTV. I could tell you, hey, the first videos that they played on MTV was Duran Duran, Hungry Like a Wolf, Gary Newman Cars, video Killed the Radio Star. There you go. That was one of the first videos. Dude, The Clash, Rock the Casbah, motherfucking Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams. These were the first videos on MTV. Tay, I remember that shit. A bunch of white videos. That's exactly what it was. It was so white. It was so motherfucking white. Somebody had to come with some shit, and they came with goddamn BET. Real BET. With Sherry motherfucking Thomas. Motherfucking Donnie Simpson. Do you know what I'm talking about? Come on. That's real BET. That's OG BET. And the first videos they played on BET was Zap. More Bounce to the Ounce. No, Dance Floor. Dance Floor was one of the first videos BET ever played. When that shit was brand new. Brand new. Sade, that's years later. That's like in 86. We're talking about the first year, the first day of MTV, 1981. Dude, you can't make this shit up, dude. I had just finished playing motherfucking Atari. I had a parrot. I remember we had a big ass green parrot. And I remember that motherfucker was just flying all over the house and shit. And my brothers told me they was telling me to be quiet because this show was coming on called MTV. And I remember looking at the TV because we had one of those fucking consoles. We had the consoles that turned, that fucking swivel, a big ass floor model TV, big old Sylvania TV or a Magnavox or something. And that motherfucking rocket had went up. I never forget that. Never forget that shit. Hell yeah. Lionel Richie. They wasn't playing no Lionel Richie in the beginning. Dude, they did not. Michael Jackson had Thriller out, and they still wasn't playing. Billie Jean was out, and MTV still wasn't playing black music. That's to let you know how many years went by with no black music at all. No black music at all. At least 4 years, 4 or 5 years into it before they played any black motherfucking music. Because before MTV, and you could quote me on this, before MTV and the cable box, before that, once upon a time, many moons ago, they had this thing called On TV or Select TV, depending on what area you lived in. And all that shit was, it was a cable box, and you turned the knob one time. It went, you turn that bitch, and that's where you got the fights, the Sugar Ray fights. You got all this crazy shit, and it will only be on for a certain amount of hours. And you might have a Playboy channel, but if you didn't pay for the Playboy channel on this motherfucking shit, you would get white snow. You would get a bunch of white snow, and every now and then you could, you might be able to see a titty or something like that. Come on. Oh, heavy rotation. Oh, Sade, they played the fuck out of that. Yeah, they didn't play Michael Jackson until at least, man. Hey, they didn't play Michael Jackson or Prince. What's going on, being honest? They didn't play Michael Jackson or Prince until maybe a year or two after each one of those albums was out. Madonna, that's who they played. Staring at the static, looking for a titty. Prince, we talking about the early years. We already know Prince was being played on MTV. We talking about he wasn't getting played at first. No black music was getting played on MTV. If it wasn't for Rick James, and you could Google it, YouTube it. There's real interviews of Rick James calling out MTV, going in. Man, I need a jump. Fuck. Carl Carlton. What did he do? Bad Mama Jamma? Yeah. J.J. Jackson playing white music. Being honest, I was there watching that shit. We remember his weird, man, J.J. Johnson. We had to rely on Soul Train until BET. And then, look, when BET got too black, Viacom bought it. And that's what we got right now. That's facts. BET will never be like the OG BET, the 1980s and the 90s BET with Rap City in the Basement with Tigger. That's real BET shit. J.J. Jackson. I forgot about that. He was that black dude with a mullet. A black dude with a mullet. Hanging out with Scorpion. I'm just being spitting facts. I'm just spitting facts. He brought up a throwback. He said J.J. Johnson. I am so dead. That's a real throwback. That's a real throwback. Shout out to France. Yeah, black dude with a mullet. So that shit is some weird shit just off of that. Just off of that. But when you're young, but look though, you know what? I take that back. It's not weird, cause black people did get mullets. We just didn't call it a mullet. You know what we called it? We called it a shag. We called it a shag. Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on. This is my son. Hold on. My bad. That was my oldest kid. He'll be 26 next week. Ain't that a bitch? I need to hear some good music right now. I'm at a good place in life. Tina Turner, Donna Summer, Eddie Grant, and you know what? You ain't lying. No, being honest, you're right on the money. That was black music on. No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. You are absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. They wouldn't even play motherfucking Stevie Wonder on that motherfucker. Nah, I ain't no pawpaw yet. I ain't no pawpaw yet. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. It'll come. It'll come. It'll come. You ain't lying. You right on it. Eddie Grant, I'm looking for that. Electric Avenue. We gonna rock on to Electric Avenue. And let me take you higher. And we gonna rock on to Electric Avenue. And let me take you higher. Yeah. That shit was hard. Motherfucking Eddie Grant. Nah, they didn't play no black music. They didn't play no black music, man. Be honest. Until this Tina Turner, Eddie Grant, and Pastor Dutchie. You know, that Tina Turner shit. Tina Turner is probably, yeah. All that private dancer bullshit. What's love got to do with it? Mm-mm. I don't like Tina Turner. I like the movie though. Ike beat Tina. Not be. I'm just calling it because that's what it is pretty much. But I don't like Tina Turner because she faked the funk. That story is inaccurate. That movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? Because she was really with the business. You know, in the movie they portray it like, you know, no, but there's another version and shit. Like she was right there on the side of Ike Turner doing all types of wild shit. She was right. Let me tell you something. Birds and a feather flock together. Facts. You, especially back in those times. And that's why I didn't respect about the movie. Got to tell the truth. Tina Turner is not innocent. It's unfortunate that shit happened to her. All that crazy shit. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, man, how they did Ike wrong. They did him wrong. Why are we talking about Ike again? That's cool though. Yeah, she was a hoe. She was a big hoe. They was fucking chick all man. So I said, I turned up. Them motherfuckers didn't like Ike Turner because he was really on some ownership shit. He was really on some ownership. Like Like they don't talk about how Ike Turner owned his own recording studio back then. Back then. Who you think Barry Gordy and these motherfuckers got the game from? Who you think Barry got the motherfucking game from? Man. Ike was, yeah. Ike was an abuser. Absolutely. What I'm trying to tell you, though. What I'm trying to tell you. When Tina, like Ike was having all the broads and shit like that, that Tina was with the business. She was with it too. I ain't saying he wasn't up in there smacking a hoe, doing whatever, doing what it do, smacking a chick up or whatever. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that they were doing a bunch of shit, like some Tiny and T.I. type shit. Why that shit can't sound believable? Because Tina Turner was on your Revlon commercial back in the day. You just don't want to believe it. Bob Marley was smacking broads up. Marvin Gaye got a baby from his knees. But we still playing his shit. Marvin Gaye was trying to make his wife fuck Frankie Beverly in front of him. Marvin Gaye. Frankie Beverly was a hoe. Frankie Beverly was fucking all the hoes in the 70s. Was fucking all the hoes. Tina Marie, Shaka Khan. All them fine motherfuckers. Frankie Beverly was, better. And see, people ain't knowing about, I've been digging into Frankie Beverly's history lately. And one thing I know, I'm hearing females. It's never dudes. But I keep hearing females bringing up Frankie Beverly in their journeys, in their lives. And one thing I'm realizing, that all this shit was in the same timeline. This dude was fucking all of them. He was fucking all of them. That's facts. I forgot what documentary, but I know for sure Marvin Gaye. I know Marvin Gaye's wife. By the way, he married a 17-year-old. But after Marvin Gaye was strung out, and he went over there to New York, to Germany, and get cleaned up off the dope, right? He went over there to clean himself up, and he recorded that album with Sexual Healing on it overseas. While he was doing that little young broad was fucking Frankie Beverly, his ex-wife. And she said that in her book. She said that. She was like, I was probably like 22. She was like, I was fucking with Frankie Beverly. And then after that, I went through a couple of other dudes. She was fucking with, I think she was fucking Al Jarreau too. Trying to tell y'all something. Marvin Gaye was nasty than a motherfucker. Rick James was nasty as fuck. We love Rick James. And I don't think y'all want to hear this shit that I'm about to run. I'm about to give you a real receipt. You might want to cover your ears. But I don't like to hear it either. But it's what it is. But Rick James, he was into bestiality. He was fucking his dog. In his own words, in a book. I gotta read the book now. Not for that, but he says that in the book. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. But guess what? We still playing Rick James though. We still playing him. Marvin Gaye had a baby with his niece. With his 15-year-old niece. Back in the 70s. Back in the 50s. Before Marvin Gaye was... When he was still trying to blow up. He was married to Anna Gordy. He was married to Berry Gordy. He was married to Berry Gordy's sister. Berry Gordy's sister's niece, which is through marriage, his niece, got her pregnant. And they try to keep it on the low. Yeah. You don't see, that's what I'm saying. These people, they got scandals. They said Marvin Gaye used to pay motherfuckers to have sex in front of him. He's just want to watch. He's just want to watch. Watch motherfuckers fuck. And you know what? I noticed there's a lot of that shit was going on back in those days. Lil Richard was into that shit too. Lil Richard was into that shit too. Hold on. Hey, Chano, can you do me a favor? Can you give me a jump, man? Yeah, I gotta go buy a battery and shit. I got cables. All right. Yeah, hold on. I can use the bathroom. Jerry Lee Lewis. Where my keys at? That's what I'm saying. Jerry Lee Lewis. Mick Jagger. The list goes on. Hold on. Man, I gotta go get a battery and shit. Yeah. I got to split, man. Who's up in here right now? Can I get like a little tap in? Like who's in here before I go? I'm gonna go service my shit real quick. Go skate. Fuck. I actually did want to skate this morning. But I'm kind of behind schedule right now. It was only 10 o'clock. I'm about to peel off, though. Yeah, I'm about to tap out of here, too, in a couple of minutes, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here, that's listening, just rambling, industry gems. You know what I mean? Industry gems. Shout out to Beard Artist. With a name like that, I hope you is honest. I hope you not fucking up that name. With a name like that. That's a very profound name. Yeah. I'm out of here too, bro. I'm out of here too. I'll be on later on playing some music and shit like that. Now I've been on for 2 hours rambling. I've been waiting to get a jump. Be cool, man. Shout out. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Man, want to give a shout out to God in the universe. I just do. I just do. I just do. Let me play something real quick. Let me play something. I want to play something from me to you. This is from me to you. Facts. Man, I'm about to go ahead and service my car, man. Go ahead and we'll get all the parts and hook it up real quick. Get out here on these streets. Just got my tags and shit done. You know what I mean?
Coming to knowledge of the spiritual law.
Talk about
it. People, you'll find out who you are. Many a times go by and you don't see the spiritual secrets that will make you free. To knowledge of the spiritual laws. People, you'll find out who you are. Heaven and earth are one. If you can see.
Man.
You are in heaven in reality. Finding yourself with
Man. Hold on.
winter snow. I need you. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Desperately I need all your love indeed. Come love me. Don't let me go to another lover. I just wanna love you, never any other. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. When you make me cry, I'm just saying why. I love you. Look into my eyes, I will tell no lies. I need you. Seeking you will find my love and my mind. All yours. Don't let me go to another lover. I just wanna love you, never any other. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. When I live so close, and I need you most. Please, hold me. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Look into my eyes, I will tell no lies. Oh, I need you. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Desperately I need all your love indeed. Yes, come on and love me. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Summer's come and go. Now it's winter snow. Oh, I need you, I need you. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Hey, baby, look into my eyes. I mean, I tell you no lies. 'Cause you know what? I need you. I love you. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Summer's come and go. Now it's winter snow. You know I need you, I need you. Look into the sky, I will tell you why. I love you. Desperately I need is all your love indeed. Come on.
All right, you guys. I gotta go. I gotta go get my car worked on. And I'm just being honest, man. Hey, I had to go into dad mode. I'm giving my kids some advice. The older one, he's going through a few things in life, dealing with a few life things, you know, typical man shit. You know, and I'm just trying to show him the way, trying to give him direction. This is what it's about, because this is new terrain right here. Because my guy he's about to be 26, and I see him. You know, I thank God that I'm here, that that he could be in certain situations, and I'm here to give him the game. No doubt. And that's what that was about. There's a couple things going on where I have to literally give him the game. No, this is what you do. Yada, yada, yada. Dot, 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 dot. That type of situation. Which is dope because this is what getting old is all about. This is what it's all about. This is prime time right now. You feel me? When you got kids and things, and then they get up there, man, my guy, 26 now. Absolutely, it's prime time. And I'm glad that he took that branch. He took that branch, and when there's a situation going on, he really reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Dad, yada yada yada, what's going on? This is what's happening. What do I do?" That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But I got to split. I got to go get my car worked on, and I got to get back to this guy. Yeah, I got to get back to this guy. I don't know if anybody's in here or whatever, but that's what's going on. So be safe. Thank you again. And I'll see you guys later. What do you say? I've been considered a troll because I tell the truth of what I see. I'm out of here, you guys. Be easy.